Okay, so when I lived out in Alberta doing construction labor jobs, general labor jobs, they some one place called Workforce would pay $15 an hour, minimum wage. That's their minimum wage out there, which I thought was kind of bullshit. Another place was paying another couple of other places were paying 16, which I knew general labor's more money than that shit. So I decided to dive down into it, which I already knew is confirming my suspicion. So in Alberta, trade helpers and laborers are just your one step above general laborers, earn an average of $22.80 per hour, or $43,213 per year. So trade helpers and laborers earn an average of $22.80 per hour, or 43,213 a year. that that was the one of the Alberta government websites I was looking into. Then I went to the Government of Canada Job Bank for construction labor and helper in Alberta. The Calgary region, which I lived in, is $18 per hour at the low end. Medium is $25 per hour, and high end is $40 per hour. Now, it depends on your certifications, right? And then I just typed it in Google, what is the average wage of a general labor in Alberta? From Google, the average wage for a general labor in Alberta is $21.84 per hour. Let me say that again. The average wage for a general labor in Alberta is $21.84 per hour. That's me looking on the Google. Job Bank is between the Calgary region is between $18 per hour at the low end, $25 an hour for medium, and the high end is $40 per hour. Now it depends on your certifications. Why are these places out there paying between, like, at the fucking barest minimum, $15 an hour, or some other places paying 16? I already knew, like, some of these job sites should be paying at least, they should be paying at least 19 dollars to $20 an hour just for general labor work, because a lot of it's dog grueling shit. And then they can't figure out why people don't want to come back and do those shit jobs, because you guys are paying them the barest fucking minimum. So there's a problem here. That's a problem. Because when I was doing it, I thought to myself, I'm like, this is easily between $19 to $20 an hour, easily. As soon as you put a tool in your hand and you start doing shit, that's a laborer. You go from general labor to a laborer. As soon as I put a tool in my hand, which means I should have been getting at least $20 an hour, $20 to $21 an hour for that shit. And you wonder why you can't find anybody, because you guys are paying way below averages. Like, at least pay somewhat up near the average. Oh, we can't find anybody. Wonder fucking why. Well, the work agency's got to make money too, man. Yeah, and they also can pay a little more too. Just a snow removal off a roof, that should have been at least $21 an hour. To be up on a fucking roof, on a warehouse roof, which we couldn't go near the side because I didn't have my fall pro at the time. I didn't have a harness, but we had to stay X number of feet back. I think it was 12 feet back before the edge. Somebody who actually had a fall pro and a harness, fall pro certification and a harness, could go near the roof, but we could only go up to 12 feet before the edge. But that should have been paying at least $21 an hour. You're on a fucking roof. No, we're just gonna pay you $16 an hour. And you wonder why people don't want to fucking work. That's one reason why I left. because the wages there are fucking complete garbage. What they're paying, garbage. Well, this is all we can pay out. We're gonna only pay this out. Well, maybe if you raised it like TLC, maybe they should have raised it up another, you know, probably easily 250, because the general labor there they pay 16. It's like, oh yeah, great. Workforce only pays me 15. Oh, with TLC they paid me $1 more. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they should raise it another 250 more, so it should be 18.50 an hour. But if I'm up on heights, I should have been getting paid at least 20 to $21 an hour, because I have to go up on a roof. I'm not on the fucking ground. Even on the ground, though, it should be at least between $19 to $20 an hour. Because I thought about it when I was on one job site. I'm like, this is easily $20 an hour. They don't want to pay that. Alberta just seems they want to pay you less. Oh yeah, well, I guess you're happy with that, but you're prosperous. At least you have a job, man. No, start paying up. And you wonder why. And you wonder why people wonder why I left. Because like $16 an hour is piss money. It's like at this point, I might as well work for a fucking Tim Hortons or McDonald's. Seriously, instead of going out there, in the mud, in the water, whatever jobs, because the job sites were very similar, but there was a lot of like, if you had to dig a trench. As soon as I put a tool in my hand, I should have been getting paid at least probably 19, $20 an hour. At least $20 an hour to dig a trench. No, we're just gonna pay you 16. And you wonder why people don't want to do it. And you wonder why people are testy. And you wonder why people don't want to show up anymore. People just say, you know what, fuck this, I quit. Yeah, I did have my Fall Pros. I got my Fall Pro certification out there last May. It was on a Saturday. It was last May. So a year and a half ago. $100 course. They still never sent me to a Fall Pro site. Not a one. Not a fucking one. It was pointless. It was like stupid. So I spent $100 on a course and never got anything else. That's another problem with fucking Alberta too. You can have a certification, no job for that. It's like a lot of some of the forklift driving jobs out there I've seen. Oh, we only need to pay $16 to $17 an hour. Oh, we wonder why we can't find any forklift drivers. Because workforce asked me, do you have your forklift license? We're looking for forklift drivers. I'm like, what does it pay an hour? Oh, they're like, so 16. I'm like, no. I'm like, I was like, no, I don't have it. But if I did, I wouldn't do it for that. I'm like, no, that's easily $20. I said, that's easy $25 an hour. Easily. 23 to 25 an hour. And then they're wondering why they're scratching their heads. We can't find anybody. We don't understand what's going on. Because you're not paying anything. You're paying the bare fucking minimum across the board. You're paying the barest minimum, and then you're expecting people to jump on the fucking job. No. I wonder why you have a mass unemployment problem. Because nobody wants to do the fucking job for fucking peanuts. Shitty. Like workforce for a traffic control person flagger, which I was certified in. I got that one back in 2020. They were paying $17 an hour. I'm like, yeah, because they asked me in 2022, do you ever flagging? I'm like, yeah. Why? I'm like, what does it pay now? 17. I'm like, I'm not doing that job. If it's less than $20 an hour, I ain't doing that job. I'm not doing it for 17. No, I am not doing it for the fucking minimum. That's the problem in Alberta. You basically, that's why I say the wages there are stagnant. Like even a work placement agency for a general labor, let's say you don't want to pay 21.84. Okay, well then pay be pay 19. What's the problem? Why are you paying 16? Why are you wanting to pay the bare minimum of bullshit? And then you expect people to do all the fucking backbreaking work, and then you guys are sitting there, and then your office staff, oh well, look at that, we get paid a lot more. That's another reason why see. That's one of the reasons. The second, another reason why is the rents were skyrocketing. That's why I said fuck it, I'm gone. Like, can't do it. Third reason is the separation thing, but that's another thing. But just those two, just this one main reason is why I left. The wages were stagnant. Oh, we don't have. Oh, like, what's the excuse here? Somebody who's actual labor should be getting paid easily $21 an hour, 22, 20, actually 22.80. You know what they'll pay them? Oh, we'll pay them. We'll pay them 18. You're paying them below the average. What was it? The average for flagging certification there for traffic control. What was it? I looked into. It was $19 and I think 47 cents an hour. But workforce was only paying 17. I'm like, yeah, you guys are paying under the average. I like the average is. I showed them the average too. I'm like, look, the average is $19.47, 47 cents an hour. Oh, we can't pay that because you guys don't want to pay that. You guys want to pay the bare fucking minimum you can get away with. You want to pay just enough so people don't realize it, but you want to pay the least enough to be greedy. And then you expect people to do it fucking for the next 12 to 14 hours to stand there. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you expect me to move construction fences for $15 an hour? Go fuck yourself. I've done that. That in itself should have been at least $20 an hour. As soon as I start digging a hole, as soon as I put a tool in my hand, it should have been at least $20 an hour minimum. At the minimum, maybe 19, maybe 19, 19 at the worst case scenario minimum, but $20 an hour at the official minimum. Oh, wonder why nobody wants to work for us. There you have it. Like, let's say, even if you had the medium end for labor, like if you had, all your tools and everything, you had the certificate, like you need CSTS 20 out there. I think now you need CSTS 25, which another fucking joke. But anyway, let's say if you had all your certifications to be a laborer, so one step above general labor, you're not going to get $25 an hour. They're going to probably pay 16, maybe 17. 17 tops. If you're lucky. If you're fucking lucky, you might get 17. It's sick. 18, 19. What is that like? 18, 19, 20. That's $8 below the average. You wonder why, and you wonder why people don't want to do those jobs. And they're, we can't find anybody, we can't find anybody, we can't find anybody. There you have it. Alberta pays probably the least. Oh, you gotta have all this certification. Well, we're just only gonna pay you this. Yeah, go fucking blow me. Blow me. I'd rather work at a Tim Hortons here in Ontario than go back out there to become a general laborer because I know I'll get more money here. Minimum wage is higher, which means for general labor, what was it? The one place, Western labor, actually they were paying, what was it on nights? I think it was, fuck, if I remember correctly. I think it was $17. I think it was, what was it? $18 an hour. I think it was $17 an hour back in 2020, and they paid $18 an hour for nights. $1 premium. Workforce won't pay $1 premium for a night. Oh, nope. You're on your own. It's like when I did that 14-hour moving job. Only $147 fucking dollars. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I should have been getting paid at least $20 an hour for that shit. Oh, that's all we could pay, man. And you wonder why people don't want to do it. And hence why. And then you have to go to these work placement agencies because it's the companies don't want to hire directly. That's another fucking problem in itself. So, I wonder why you have a mass unemployment problem. Never mind adding people to the mix too. Well, go get your certification for what? Spend money on certification just to get paid below the fucking average, and hope you find something at least near average. No, not happening. And hence why I left. And hence why I said I even said out the wages here are stagnant. When I was out there, I said the wages here are stagnant. I said this job right now is easy because I was talking with a guy when we were digging a trench. He said the same place we're working out of, the same work agency, said in Edmonton they're paying $18 an hour for the same amount of for roughly the same work. I'm like, what? I'm like, why the hell in Calgary they're paying 16? I'm like, the same place. I'm like, that's only 3.5 hours away. I'm like, why are they paying less here? Like that didn't make any fucking sense. Because I said this job is easy between 19 and 20. Easily. 18, would I have taken it? Yeah, I would have taken it for 18. Because it would have been $3 above the minimum wage. At least it would have been somewhat survival. That still would have been a little bit tad low, but I could have managed with the $18. But easily, a general labor job out there is between 18 to 20. I said this job is easily 19 to $20 an hour. Easily 19 to 20. And you wonder why people don't want to come back, or people just say, fuck this, I'm out. I said, fuck. I even said to people, fuck. I said in Ontario, I said, fuck it, you work at Tim Hortons and McDonald's and make more fucking money. I said, that's pretty fucking sad. The Alberta advantage. Maybe that's why a lot of companies like to go out there, because they know they can pay less and get the fuck away with it. We're not paying that. Oh, we can't afford to pay that. Oh, we gotta eat too, man. Yeah, well, what about your work? And then you treat them like complete garbage on top of everything else. And that's the reason why I got out of that shit, because I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Somebody offered me a job, and then I'm like, well, it depends what the hourly wage is. I said, if it's $1 above minimum wage, go fuck yourself. I said, I'm not doing it for anything less than at least minimum 19 to 20. I'm like, nope. I said, I've already been in that spot. I've done those kind of jobs, and it's backbreaking. I'm like, I am not doing it for anything less than $19 an hour. So there you have it.